said you touched it and it was cool
and smooth.
and cool and smooth, but like a lot colder or just cool to the touch?
No,
or?
cool to the touch. Remember now,
somewhat below skin temperature.
Yeah, remember the temperature we get in the desert, 110 degrees is not unusual.
Yeah.
As
I was going to ask what time of day and that, because it varies. Because it also drops a lot.
Yeah, I had to go out there. It must have been around noon and a little bit after, and the sun was pretty high.
Okay.
And the desert usually, about that time of the day, got pretty damn hot.
Yeah.
Because of the desert there, I had to actually, my missiles in the launch areas, I had to calibrate those sometimes twice a day. You know, we had little levels on them.
Right. We
had to do that at least twice a day.
Now, back earlier, you said that one of the craft disappeared. Did you mean? And did it in fact blow up and burn up, or
one of the first ones? Not this one here.
Not this one. No.
Now, that one blew up, and I think it came through with the one that I saw later. The time sequence had gone off. I think it was our radars, and maybe the lightning, the pillar, I think knocked it off slightly. So there was two of them, one in our time frame, one in theirs, whatever it was.
The radar seemed to interfere with them. Is that the cause of the crashes in general?
Yeah, the radar, and also don't ever rule out Wilbur Smith's nuclear binding, his pillars. They happen out here in Bimini. These are 2,000-foot pillars. And the nuclear binding disappears when it hits that. Our aircraft, and actually they have seen in Lake Ontario, they have seen ships disappear. And a lot of these wildfires that you've seen lately, those pillars cause those. Wilbur Smith discussed this with me. And I believe it because of what we saw.
These are regions of space where Wilbur Smith talks about the nuclear binding just...
it's not there.
Now you told me that Wilbur Smith invented an anti-gravity proximity detector, a magnetic deflection detector, and an EMF collapse collector, gamma ray counter, a magnetometer, and a radio receiver, and a recording gravimeter. Wilbur Smith made these. Mm-hmm. He told me this. We never went after him because the Canadian government wouldn't talk about it. The Navy was involved with him in 1950. The Navy wouldn't talk about it either. In fact, the information about 6,000 of these events in Lake Ontario came from somebody. One guy was smart enough to go to the insurance companies. And that's where he got it. Governments won't talk about it.
How many crashes do you think there were in those years when you were involved?
Well, I cover in my writings a whole list of them. Crashes, disappearances, caused by, I only cover the ones by flying saucer now. I don't cover the ones on the floors of Bimini and Lake Ontario. That's too many to
Now, you mean crashes of saucers?
Saucer crashes.
How many UFO crashes have there been?
Only thing, now, there's only two that I can vouch for. That's the one that St. Augustine and Roswell. The one in northern New Mexico or northern Canada, I think that's confused with St. Augustine. That's the ones that you remember the archaeologists that were in the desert? Yeah. That's the one they saw, St. Augustine, not the Roswell one.
Right.
Roswell, I think there was two there. The one that blew up, and then the other one that last year I went out to the site, and the head of the Department of Interior man took us out, and we went out there. All we saw was the cows looking at us like, who are these dumbheads?
But now, you went to which site? The Roswell or Augustine?
Roswell, both. Roswell and the Brazil Ranch. We went to both places. They're about 50 miles apart.
So you say there were two crashes at Roswell and then one at St. Augustine, so that's three altogether?
No, there was, three.
Mm-hmm.
The time machine, I think, was one of them. But that didn't crash. That got away. I think that was the one coming behind. You see, right at that period, that's when Roswell said that lightning storm was up. Now, was that lightning storm, did that create Now here's the thing. They must have been afraid of our radars, because my encounter in that gold mine was, would you shut your radars down?
Now, tell me about that again. It was noisy last night.
Stupidly, I had answered, what's in it? What do you offer? I suppose in human terms, give me something if you want me to do something.
Right.
I said in subhuman, so I didn't say what do you offer. I said, what do you offer? I didn't say, what do you give me, or what do I trade?
Sure.
What was the answer?
A new world if you can take it.
You can take it.
What's he mean by that?
Yeah.
I don't know for sure. Did he mean if we can take it, is it too much for us, or can we take it back?